And as this evening has already proven, it's nice to have an old friend for dinner.
Oh, God. So gross. 6 tongues.
Hannibal is savoring his. Howdy, folks. Welcome on back to You, Me, and the TV. And it's time to dish up another couple episodes of Hannibal.
Ooh.
What's going on with our favorite cannibal serial killer?
He's just eating people and feeding people to people and being sneaky
Loin and lungs, sausage.
with the girl, being sneaky with the girl.
Yeah, he's got a new
They've got secrets
apprentice.
together.
Or,
I think. I don't know. Might not be.
you know, teach her the ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's Will investigating?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Well, they kind of...
He investigates different things every
I feel like
episode, it seems.
the investigation on the Shrike has kind of come to a standstill, because what else can there do other than his daughter?
Yeah, the only thing is the copycat. That's the only thing that they could continue to investigate.
And who is that?
I don't know.
Who could the copycat be?
I think it's Hannibal.
Yeah. Well, should we jump in and see what's next for our FBI murder mystery solvers?
Let's head back to Quantico.
Let's do it.
First, like, comment, and subscribe. Come hang out with us for Hannibal.
Yeah.
Season 1.
Season 1. Check out our Patreon link down below for early access to our videos, full length commentary, access to polls, up, pick or watch next. Links down there, check it out.
We also have Twitter and Instagram, so if you're into social media, you can hang out with us there.
If you're not into social media, you can not hang out with us.
You can just hang out with us here.
Yeah, just stay here. Let's watch Hannibal, Season 1.
Oh, Season 1. Uh-oh.
Is he sleepwalking? Or just being weird walking?
Hard to say. Dreaming. Oh no, he is sleepwalking.
What's your name?
Will Graham,
Where do you live?
Wolf Trap, Virginia.
We're in Wolf Trap, so that's good. Is that yours?
Hi, Winston.
Good boy.
Do you have a history of sleepwalking, Mr. Graham?
Not even sure if I'm awake now.
What a good boy.
Had a dog with him, at least.
I bet the dog followed him. The dog's probably like, where the fuck you going, dude?
Where are we going?
Never apologize for coming to me. Office hours are for patients. My kitchen is always open to friends.
His kitchen's always open for friends.
I wouldn't say forced. Manipulated would be the word I'd choose.
I can handle it.
You're not handling it well.
Control.
If my body is walking around without my permission, you'd say that's a loss of control.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Uh-oh.
To kill people with fire, you think?
I would say.
Prepare yourself some more. It's soup in there.
Soup isn't good for the soul.
Not this kind. Look, there are no jurisdictional rivalries here. The local police begged us to take this. Where's your head?
It's on my pillow. I didn't sleep.
That's just the thing to wake you up.
Oh, God.
It's like soup. Real soup? Like literal?
Must be messy. Oh, good Lord. He turned them into angels.
Okay, I'm awake.
Right?
What?
They still have the crayon in it.
What?
Maybe it's in here.
Go back to your room.
But they
Go.
still have a crayon.
Go.
Okay, I'll look.
Go.
I'll come look.
There's no crayon in there. There's coins.
God, I'll just open it so she can see. Good God, like perfect fucking frame to come in on. Good.
Could have paused it.
I have control over that.
Pagans mocking the God-fearing?
Who's mocking who?
No, he isn't mocking them. He's transforming them.
I don't know if it was a good night's sleep, but he slept here.
Or he's very religious and thinks he's like the angel of death or something.
Ooh, vomit.
Righteous. He thinks he's elevating them somehow.
There you go.
I need a plastic sheet for the bed.
Oh, he's gonna lay on it. Oh.
Now, I lay me down to sleep.
Did he kill them by filleting their backs?
I don't think so. It looks like they were already dead praying there. So it's like he killed them and then posed them. And there's not much blood either flowing, right? There would be blood everywhere if he did that before their heart would stop beating. Also, that was showed on network TV.
Outrageous, right?
Oh, Gina's back.
Cold foie gras with warm figs.
Yes.
Very nice.
I have no taste for animal cruelty, which is why I employ an ethical butcher.
An ethical butcher. Be kind to animals and then eat them.
I'm afraid I insist on it.
He is his butcher. What did Jack guess it was?
It's cold foie gras with warm figs.
But it's not.
Well, it's not duck liver.
Because his reaction when he said that was like, oh, that's a good guess.
Your perfume is exquisite. Similar to the aroma on the air just after lightning strikes. Is it Jar?
That is some nose you have there, Doctor.
I first noticed my keen sense of smell when I was a young man. I was aware one of my teachers had stomach cancer even before he was.
Death makes angels of us all and gives us wings where we had shoulders. Smooth as raven's claws.
Robert Frost. Jim Morrison.
Even a drunk with the flair for the dramatic can convince him.
The wounds is much higher than the free histamine, so she lived for about 15 minutes after she was skinned.
Oh.
Vecuronium, scotch and soda, and a paralytic agent.
Healing and
Gamma 4.
Steroids for the inflammation, anticonvulsants for the seizures, radiation for the chemotherapy.
He's afraid of dying.
He's afraid of dying in his sleep. He's making angels to watch over him.
It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Were you gonna hope to blame the brain tumor? You did see their
likely
faces
cause.
on fire before.
Yeah. So he's hallucinating because of it too.
Twice a week at first. Now usually just once.
You're satisfied then?
Enough to keep seeing him.
Your intention is not to tell Jack.
It's hard enough dealing with how I feel about all of this. Don't need to deal with how Jack feels about it.
So she's dating somebody right now, but it hasn't gone further than like dinners. That's what I gathered from that.
No, a therapist, I think, yeah.
What?
She's seeing another therapist? That's... No? Okay.
No, she was talking about an affair.
Jack gave you his word he would protect your headspace. Yet he leaves you to your mental devices.
You trying to alienate me from Jack Crawford?
Sure seems like it.
You can ask me anything you want to.
I won't insult you by asking you if there's someone else.
Thank you.
You'll sort out whatever it is you have to sort out. We'll get back to being us.
See, there is somebody else.
Alright, whatever. Uh-oh. He wasn't sleeping this time.
Yeah, that's a weird place to put him.
Look at this. Are those? What are those? Somebody got it worked out.
Testicles.
So he isn't just making angels, he's getting ready to become one. Right, angels don't have genitalia.
Ooh.
Getting used to the idea?
He's accepting it or he's bargaining.
Bargaining chips.
Oh, boy.
Behavioral science unit, Jack. Why don't you come up with your own answers if you don't like mine?
I did not hear that. Did I?
Oh, I mean, it's an asinine question. Not everybody has answers to every question. Like, fuck off, dude. He also might need more than 20 seconds to come up with a fucking solution. And he's not wrong. If he's the head of the behavioral science division, he should have some sort of ideas.
You might recognize him from such lists as Most Wanted. He likes to rape and murder. She likes to watch. We got a DNA match, so it took a second to identify them.
I wonder how long it took Angel Maker to identify them. He didn't choose them randomly.
So
he's killing criminals?
He's killing criminals. He's seen criminals with fire faces. Almost as if he's been given a
In his mind, he
gift.
was doing God's work.
Yeah.
How does he know they're demons?
Doesn't have to know. All he has to do is believe.
He's just getting really lucky.
Grow a liver.
What it grows and where it's growing it will likely kill you.
It will kill me. And no amount of blueberries or antioxidants can change that now.
Oh, so she has cancer and she's not telling Jack?
You will feel fine. Up until the precise moment you don't.
Right.
You withdraw from your relationship with your husband, the man who strolled along the quays of Livorno, Italy, and called you Bella.
It's kind of a big secret to keep from your husband.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. They're like, hey, dummy, get in here.
Your dreams were the one place you could be physically safe. Relinquishing control, not anymore.
Yeah, I thought about zipping myself up into a sleeping bag before I go to sleep, but it sounds like a poor man's straitjacket.
And then you just hopping around.
He doesn't see people how everyone else sees them. He can tell if you're naughty or nice or...
So God has given this person insight into the souls of man.
God didn't give him insight. God gave him a tumor. He's just a man who's...
I noticed that earlier. I was like, that's weird. Looks like the elk in his dreams.
Have your headaches been any worse lately? More frequent?
Yes, actually.
I changed the aftershave.
What's he thinking?
What's he smelling?
I left him. And no, I haven't.
Why did you leave?
The brain tumor was making him fucking crazy.
But what he wanted was to be alone. He just kept pulling away and pulling away.
Uh-oh. Light bulb.
It was weird for the kids.
We'd like to find him before he hurts himself or anyone else.
He had a near-death experience. He suffocated in a fire when he was a little boy.
Where did this happen?
A farm where he grew up.
Is he possibly staying here?
I would say. Or preparing to die here.
No.
There you go.
It's brutish.
He made himself into an angel.
How did he do that to himself?
A lot of painkillers.
His choice?
As much as he can make it.
How do you cut yourself on the back like that, though?
It's getting harder and harder to make myself look.
No one's asking you to look alone.
But I am looking alone. And you know what looking at this does.
I know what happens if you don't look, and so do you.
I can make myself look, but the thinking is shutting down.
Read about this stuff on TittleCrime.com?
No, I don't. But that may be what I have to do. This is bad for me.
You go back to your classroom. When there's killing going on that you could have prevented, it will sour your classroom forever.
Maybe.
I think Jack's right. Like, if he quits when he knows he has a gift to stop people from killing, wouldn't that just eat you away? That's what you're supposed to be doing? I don't know.
The fuck was that?
He's still alive.
How did he get down?
I see what you are. What do you see? I can give you the majesty of your becoming.
What the ever-loving fuck was that?
He's having waking dreams now.
Were you just going to wait until you were in the middle of chemotherapy? When you couldn't hide it anymore?
I don't think I want to do chemotherapy.
Well, do I have any say in this?
No. No, you don't. We'll beat this together.
No, it's your fight, baby, but I'm in your corner. Why wouldn't you tell me?
I thought if I kept it to myself, our lives wouldn't change. I didn't count on changing as much as I did.
Yeah, it turns out emotional distress really changes you as a human being.
Yep. I like when real life actors who are amazing actors and also couples play couples. It really brings out the performance.
You don't have to say a word until you're ready, but I'm not going anywhere until you do.
Will being a good friend.
Yeah, weird. Because you don't really see them as friends.
Yeah, but he considers him a friend.
Apparently.
Yeah. But Will noticed something was up when the light bulb turned on for Jack. So.
Yeah, it's hard to not notice.
Yeah, especially when you're a behavioral psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole dinner scene.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, it was like when Hannibal was smelling her, he was smelling her cancer.
Yeah, he could smell it on her.
Yeah. And then he just said something different to talk about her perfume. And then I think he knew it. And that's why she went to him.
Yeah, because he said, just after he sniffed her, he said, I have an adept sense of smell.
Like
I smelled my science teacher's
cancer before you knew you had
stomach
it.
cancer or something, yeah.
So she's like, oh, I gotta go talk to him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, shit.
So that was interesting.
Yeah.
That was good writing in that episode to contrast the murderer who had cancer and then Jack's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And having them play off each other.
Yeah.
Ways like that. Meanwhile, Will is spiraling with going crazy, solving all these murders.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword, I think. I agree with Jack on... I think Will would be...
Why he needs to keep going.
Yeah, Will would be eaten alive not doing it, too, so...
He seemed fine before, but...
I mean, we didn't really see him before. He was kind of weird when the show started, so...
He's still weird.
Yeah.
Weird's his thing.
Weird is his thing. So, but that was a good... Will coming to say... sit there with Jack is just like... I don't know her name yet, but when she brought it up saying, if you notice something weird...
Yeah.
Say something.
Right.
And so Will's like, okay, I'll do that for Jack. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good episode.
It was.
You got anything else to say about that episode?
I don't think so.
No? Should we jump into the next one?
For sure.
Let's watch some more Hannibal.
Let's do it.
Previously on Hannibal.
You can arrest me for writing an article.
You don't write an
Oh, great. This girl's coming back. I was hoping we could be done with her. Her character's just obnoxious.
Maybe she gets better.
Doubt it. Honestly, I'm having a hard time bonding with Will's character, too.
On your feet, Dr. Gideon, or we will restrain you.
This feels very much Silence of the Lambs-y, huh?
Well, that's the hospital. Or the
Yeah.
Prison. Is he
Long
faking?
con. Yeah. She's dead.
Well, thanks to Freddie Lowndes, there's an unconfirmed story floating out there that the Chesapeake Ripper's already in custody.
Unconfirmed? Am I confirming? Fact-checking for Freddie Lowndes.
Who's fact-checking for me?
Still a little nervous going into these places.
Why's that?
Afraid they'll keep
they
him.
won't let me out.
Yeah.
Mr. Graham teaches at the academy.
A teacher. Please, gentlemen, take a seat.
Is this the same swarmy
Feels like it.
warden? Yeah, Dr. Chitton.
For the 2 years since he was brought here, Gideon behaved perfectly and gave every appearance of cooperating with attempts at
Long con.
reason you failed and kept failing to capture the Chesapeake Ripper?
Oh, God.
It's a bit aggressive. Wouldn't you say?
How do you even do that?
Not sure. So how did he do that in that scenario with nobody else, like...
Coming upon him?
Right.
or hearing it?
Right.
It looked like he ripped her eyes out, too, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess they said her organs were removed, too. I was like, what happened to Will? He's doing his thing.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ew. That wasn't too hard to put together. Just from looking at the crime scene. And that what is Eddie Izzard?
Just tell me that you are in the top 10%?
Top 5, sir.
You're gonna have to stop correcting me if we're gonna get along, Les.
It's my girl.
You have a forensics fellowship, 6 years of law enforcement, degree in psychology, doctorate in criminology. And what I don't have are enough warm bodies. So, I'm gonna need your full attention on this.
So she got killed by the Ripper?
I think so.
Sometimes I feel like his secretary rather than his keeper.
Why are there always fucking deer everywhere? Guy's got 2 deer heads and sculptures in his office.
I've read your notes, of course. They were more or less helpful as I conducted my own interviews with Dr. Gideon over the years.
Well, I'm glad I was helpful.
More or less.
Yeah, more or less helpful is not really a compliment.
No.
Would you prefer a Rorschach test?
If you're gonna show me those pictures, maybe you should put a blood pressure cuff to my genitals. I find it gives a much truer gauge of a reaction.
It's probably not wrong.
I do not have to convince you that I am the Chesapeake Ripper.
Seems it's what you need to do.
Certainly what somebody needs.
I think he's just copycatting, trying
Yeah.
to take credit for it, right?
Just don't know why. Why now?
Probably because he finally came up with a plan on how to do it. Just decided to do it after reading about him for 2 years or something. I don't know how much news and stuff they get in that solitary, though.
Well, why would the actual Chesapeake Ripper have stopped?
I can't stop thinking about when my wife is gonna die. I look at her side of the bed and I think, is she gonna die there?
Yeah, neither can she. That's why she's closing herself off so much.
Take a look around here. Tell me what you see.
Lots of tools.
Bit excessive amount of tools.
We never made the wound patterns for any of the Ripper's victims public.
But if he's a plagiarist, the real Chesapeake Ripper is gonna make sure
Got an inside source, then.
Well, that guy was a doctor. Was he a psychiatrist?
Oh, you think it's Hannibal?
No. Oh, could be.
Hello.
That would mean that was the Ripper and Hannibal. Wait.
It's Miriam. I don't know where I am. I can't say anything.
Miriam?
I was so wrong. I was so wrong.
Miriam?
Please, Jack. Please.
What the fuck?
She's still alive?
AI. Must be AI.
It wasn't that good back then.
The Chesapeake Ripper is making it very clear that someone is plagiarizing his work.
It was 2:46 in them, Jack. You're in a deep sleep. You're roused. You're disoriented. You might not even know you're still asleep.
I know when I'm awake.
Will
That's what
doesn't.
Will thought, yeah.
Well, the thing is, Dr. Gideon was the Chesapeake's Ripper's psychiatrist. Like
Could be.
Hannibal is a psychiatrist.
Yeah, could
and
be.
so he told him how he did it, and so
Right.
Gideon
He had
copycat
insider
him
knowledge.
in prison.
Honestly, this fucking thing's the only reason we know Will is asleep or not. If this guy's around, Will's sleeping.
You look like you were dreaming.
I was thinking about something else.
She always appears. When he was in the hospital, it was her walking into the hospital room when the elk was.
She wasn't in the last episode at all, and the elk was in that episode.
He was dreaming about her.
Are you thinking about getting into bed with Freddie Lowndes?
You yourself know it's the best way to bait the real Chesapeake Ripper.
Oh boy.
Morning, Agent Crawford.
Oh, so happy to see you again.
Miss Lowndes, this is Dr. Alana Bloom. She's one of our psychiatric consultants. I believe you know Will Graham.
Mr. Graham, so good to see you.
She's going to be like, I don't publish fake news.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a thing?
What's against you, and by association us, is that your brand of journalism is obnoxious and therefore disliked.
Yes, I was denied. Evidently some trouble with my euphemism.
I'm friendly with the new chief of staff.
Do you know what profession psychopaths disproportionately gravitate to?
I know the list.
And then you know what number 6 is.
Journalists. I know what number 7 is, Mr. Graham.
Law enforcement?
Here we are. A bunch of psychopaths helping each other out.
See, now you like her.
No. No. Don't like her. What's with the gloves?
Always with the leopard print.
She was wearing gloves in the office. She's wearing gloves now. Something about her hands.
Just maybe, Gideon is the most sought-after serial killer at large. A killer...
He's a surgeon, not a psychologist, so... There goes your therapy idea.
None other than the Chesapeake Ripper. This would explain why the Ripper has been silent for more than 2 years.
Uh-oh, Hannibal's upset.
Is Hannibal the Ripper?
Could be, but it's not like Hannibal to kill.
He doesn't have a MO. He just does random things to play with them.
Agent Crawford, there are just some things you're not allowed to do in a state-certified operating room.
You didn't take any trophies when you murdered your wife and her family on Thanksgiving. You didn't put any of them on display. Why not?
Crime of passion.
Oh, you think Hannibal's his therapist?
Your trainee. Miriam. Somebody.
Why is he in bed with Hannibal?
Why didn't you put her on display?
What makes you think I didn't?
Just haven't found her yet.
You're home early.
But Miriam's in his house.
So wrong. I was so wrong. Please, Jack. I don't want to die like this.
God, who is fucking with Jack?
Hannibal. She's gonna be staged in his house, yeah?
In my bedroom.
Yeah.
When my wife sleeps.
I've dusted the phone.
Maybe not.
Was Miriam Lass a blonde?
Yes.
I pulled her fingerprints from the VICAP database, Jack.
Miriam Lass is the Chesapeake Ripper.
Whoever made that call thinks you were close to Miriam Lass and feel responsible for her death.
Hannibal just has her hands and her hair.
If so, you should start forming calluses, some thick ones, because frustration's gonna wear you thin.
Well, if she was in the academy, her fingerprints would be in the system.
Yeah, that's where they found them. That's where they got the fingerprints from.
They didn't identify the third one yet on the phone yet.
Yeah,
It was hers?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Better for a trainee to ask for forgiveness than an FBI agent to ask for permission?
In my experience.
Is that where she got caught then?
Could be, yeah. Must be.
To the Chesapeake Ripper. Dr. Gideon is going to provide us with a singular opportunity to analyze a pure sociopath. It is so rare to find one in captivity.
This guy's always wrong about everything he thinks, so that's no way it's him.
Inspired by Auguste Escoffier, we are having Longue d'Agneau Papillote.
What now?
I don't think I've ever had tongue before.
Oh, tongue.
It was a particularly chatty lamb.
It's a lot of tongues.
That's a lot of human tongue.
That's 6 tongues.
And as this evening has already proven, it's nice to have an old friend for dinner.
Oh, God. So gross. 6 tongues.
Hannibal is savoring his.
Gideon is the Chesapeake Ripper. Or he just thinks he is. Or he knows he isn't.
I'm gonna go with number 3. He knows he isn't.
Did you discuss the Chesapeake Ripper's crimes with Dr. Gideon before he murdered the night nurse?
Mm-hmm. When I began to suspect what he was.
Good, so this guy's just been feeding him the
Yeah.
intel. Fucking idiot.
You're not suggesting coercive persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh, I said inadvertently.
You gave him the idea.
Were I in your position, I would have attempted psychic driving. Perhaps you already have. I promise. I'm much more forgiving of the unorthodox than Dr. Bloom.
He's been fucking around with him.
Hannibal likes to play with his food.
Dr. Gideon wasn't in my bedroom. Chesapeake Ripper was. Last call. Left something. Phone number.
Have they been inside yet?
Miriam. Hi. Someone pulled her out of the freezer.
Oh, it's just her arm.
Someone pulled her arm out of the freezer. It's wet. Where's that telescope pointing?
What do you see? Where the telescope pointing?
Yeah.
The outer space?
I know where specifically. Maybe it's a clue to something.
Whatever the Ripper was doing, it worked. And I thought she was alive. For a moment, anyway. I actually let myself believe something that I knew was impossible.
What was her name?
My name is Miriam Lass. I'm with the FBI. I would show you my credentials, but I'm actually just a trainee.
Never just a trainee. An agent in training. Please, come in.
He's asking about her when she visited him.
She was onto something. He was the thing that she was onto.
I did keep detailed journals during those days. If you like, I can get them for you. Maybe you'll find something helpful.
That would be great. If you don't mind.
Not at all. If you wait here, I'll be right back.
Oh. It's the first time we've seen him get his hands dirty.
He is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, he's so good. you can't see almost anything on his face. And
you know to look.
Yeah. Right? I mean,
we know to look.
Yeah, you're
Nobody
looking,
else is...
you're trying, and you see nothing. And it's so creepy.
It's very good. So, is he just doing this to fuck with Jack? 'Cause he knows Jack's emotionally...
No, I think
right now
he's doing it.
wife?
I think he's doing it because he's trying to make it known that this jackhole in the state mental hospital is not the Ripper. He doesn't want him to take credit for his work.
Okay. So he's just trying to prove a point that, that's not him.
Yeah, exactly. And
So-
at this point, the FBI is the only one that cares.
Yeah. So
And he does know that Jack has this connection.
So Hannibal is the Ripper?
Yeah. Makes you wonder
I mean, some of the liver,
why
some
he
of the
changed his MO.
organs are missing.
Oh yeah, he's harvesting them to consume
Eat
them.
them,
Yeah. Interesting that he in the Ripper cases that he hadn't harvested any of the other body parts, because we know that he likes full body. I mean, a good chunk of the body. Hannibal's MO is that he has no MO.
Yeah, he does different things.
So it's interesting why he would choose to have an MO while doing the Ripper things, unless somebody was the Ripper.
And he copycatted him
And
after he killed him.
Yeah, and he copycatted.
I think he caught him, and then he's like, I'm going to start killing like you. And
Yeah.
then let the trail die.
Exactly. Because he just likes to fuck with people.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's Hannibal's MO, is having an MO and then
Psychological.
stopping it.
Yeah.
Because he knows how they look for.
Right. Just the psychological fuckery that he has with people.
Interesting.
Hmm.
And that was a very Jack-centric episode, too.
Mhm.
I actually feel like, the first one was Jack and Will. This one was mostly Jack. Will wasn't hardly in this episode.
Honestly, something about Will I just am not a big fan of.
Yeah, that's because Will's really weird.
Well, I am weird. I understand weird. I like weird characters typically, but for some reason I just am not drawn to his character. I don't know if it's because it doesn't feel believable to me, or like the performance just isn't quite right.
It's working for me.
I'm not sure.
So
Will's character just doesn't work for me.
I think we all know you like Lawrence Fishburne a lot, though.
I do love Lawrence Fishburne, yeah.
So, yeah, I can see why you attach to him more.
But I like Hugh Dancy. I don't have any reason to not like him. I just, for some reason, I feel like maybe it would be different if this was...
Edward Norton?
Yeah, put Edward Norton in this position. Maybe I like it more. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not getting a lot of authenticity from Hugh Dancy playing this character.
You feel like Edward Norton did a better job in Red Dragon? Yeah. Okay.
It's just less trying so hard. I feel like Hugh Dancy's just really trying hard to be this character.
Yeah.
And it's just too inauthentic.
Okay.
I don't know.
I feel the opposite. I feel like I can see Will in both the actors with the tiny nuances of the characters, comparing Edward Norton to Dancy. So, but that's just me. I've been believing it. So
I feel like the only person that is outrageously easy to believe is Hannibal.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen is killing
it.
Yeah. There was just one line, it was in the first episode, that I was just picturing Anthony Hopkins saying it, and he also said it again there at the end, is he likes having friends for dinner.
Yeah.
And I just picture it. I think Anthony Hopkins probably has said that line in a movie.
Yeah, I think
but he always says it with more flavor to it, because he knows exactly what he's saying. It's it's like he says it to himself playfully.
And yeah, Anthony Hopkins'
when Mad said it was more dry.
Version of Hannibal is more
romantic.
No, not romantic, but maybe more. I don't have the fucking word.
I think a lot of it's because it's with Clarice, so it's always flirty. A lot of the stuff he says with Clarice, but
it's Mads Mikkelsen's Hannibal is a lot more dry, a lot less emotional. For some reason, Anthony Hopkins just brings this bravado to the character.
Well, it's also interesting because you remember all of Anthony Hopkins' performances are after we know what Hannibal is. The characters know what Hannibal is. So he's not guarded.
Yeah.
Right? Mads is playing a guarded Hannibal who's still hiding
That's
his
true.
identity.
That's true.
So it'll be interesting to see if the
But
show ever
something
gets
I
to the
don't know.
point
But
where
something
where
tells me
Hannibal
that
is
if
outed,
you watch
how Mads will change.
something tells me that if you had an Anthony Hopkins playing this version of Hannibal, he would still bring that bravado to the character. I mean, that's just how Anthony Hopkins is. That I don't know. Just still feel like it would be a little bit different. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, it's hard to compare to Anthony Hopkins, but Mads is definitely killing it.
Oh, he's doing great. Yeah. His version of Hannibal is fantastic. Good one.
He's killing it and eating it up. But yeah, I'm enjoying. These were 2 good episodes, so I'm interested to see where they go with this Chesapeake Ripper.
I definitely appreciated these 2 episodes more than
I think what they're doing is they're fleshing out more of the other characters. Like the first couple episodes were fleshing out Will more, and once they set Will down this he's going crazy road, they're like, okay, now we have him. Everybody just knows he's crazy. Let's start fleshing out like Jack and Hannibal more. So
I'll be interested to see if they change the direction they're going with Will, just because it's not that appealing right now.
Okay. Well, what should people comment on after these 2 episodes of Hannibal?
Anthony Hopkins or Mads Mikkelsen?
I mean...
Okay, which version of Hannibal are you...
Do you like the movie or the
better?
TV version of Hannibal better? And was it fun seeing Dr. Chitlin again? I don't know if
he did a pretty good job of playing
a
that
younger version
of that
the actor
movie
in the
character.
Movies is just so swarmy. Is
Yes,
so
so
good
gross,
at it. Yeah. So it's kind of fun to see.
He did a good job of kind of emulating
he's
him.
Being pretty swarmy, but not so. I feel like at the point in the movies, Chillin's has been there so long that he's so confident in himself and swarmy.
Yeah, his name's
at this
Chilton,
point, he's
right?
Chitlin's.
Chilton
or whatever. But
Chitlins.
at this point, he's still kind of working on it. He's still cocky, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not
he's not over cocky.
Right,
yet,
he's not as old as.
Yeah. So.
He's not as confident as he is
It was
when he's
fun
older.
seeing that character and having him come over for dinner at Hannibal's was kind of funny too. So
Definitely.
knowing where his road ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let us know all the movie and TV character comparisons you got. Which one do you prefer?
That's right. And thanks for hanging out. Come back next week for another 2 episodes.
2 more episodes. And check out our Patreon link down below for early access to our videos, full length commentary, access to polls, so pick what watch next. Links down there. Check it out. Until next time, have a good one.
Bye.